Welcome to the CX Live Dialogues. Joining us today is Ben Neo from Zoom. Ben has 25 plus years history in helping organizations improve their customer experience strategy and following on from the success of leading Zoom phone sales team in EMEA is now unashamedly proud to lead Zoom's customer experience sales team across EMEA as they look to disrupt contact center marketplace. From his background as a contact center agent through to winning unified communications and contact center sales roles within Nortel, Vodafone, Shortel, and Mittel, Ben has both the practical understanding of what customers are asking for and also the strategic view of how CCaaS technology can help them achieve their goals. Welcome, Ben. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me, Ayesha. Great to be here.
Likewise. Now, as a veteran of the contact center industry, how do you believe Zoom solutions enable enterprises to differentiate and create new value for their customers?
That's a great question, Ayesha. I think we're right now in a period of real transformation, actually. So we are in an area where a lot of people have invested a lot in contact center technology, which is now coming to the end of its sort of life in terms of the way in which contact center technology has been deployed and how people want to work with it nowadays. So what Zoom's doing is Zoom has brought out its own built Zoom contact center solution that enables customers to offer out a very familiar user interface, because most people are very familiar with using Zoom from the pandemic days and subsequently using Zoom services continually. It's the same look and feel, so there's no barrier to entry, and we're enabling people to differentiate not only internally for themselves to make things work a lot easier, but also externally to customers by having a very different view as to what contact center and customer experience technology should look like, whether that's using AI, whether that's using agent assist tools, whether that's using predictive reporting, all these things. But the main thing being is all these things are supposed to make it easier for the customer to engage with you as a business and easier for you as a business to manage your customer experience staff and environment.
Sounds wonderful. Now, obviously, increasingly brands are gravitating towards conversational AI for elevating their CX strategies. How do you see this evolving in the future?
Yeah, I mean, the big topic is AI. So the first thing that won't come as a surprise to you is it will continue. Right, so we don't see this trend stopping at any time. In fact, we see it becoming almost the norm, really, around there. People will be investing in conversational AI because the digital journey is now really important for people to be able to choose to start on that particular way at their own, on their own devices and in their own time as well. How we see it evolving is it's inevitably, because of the amount of data that's being used, it's inevitably going to become more personalized. It's inevitably going to become more predictive because it's trying to, decipher or decide what's going to happen next based on your buying history, or maybe some other elements that are in your social network profile or other buying habits that you've used for others. So, and the other element that we see is conversational AI will, of course, need to be across multiple channels. So I think the buzzword is omni-channel. We typically think about conversational AI through a chatbot, but across WhatsApp and other sort of social mediums like that is something that we'll continue to do. So it's going to become part of just a very much a norm of how we work and how we engage with businesses and organizations from now on.
Definitely. Now, obviously, a lot of the enterprise buyers we speak to are undergoing the process of evaluating technologies for the future for deployment to excel in their CX programs. What do you believe sets Zoom apart from other players in the global marketplace? And can you talk about some of the notable work you've done with your clients?
Yes, Aisha. So, I mean, what sets us apart? Everybody knows Zoom. So, whether you were using it in the pandemic for contacting your friends and family, or whether you already using it from a corporate tool perspective. So, what sets Zoom apart is Zoom is known for ease of use. The system always works every single time really nicely, and it's very user focused around there. And secondly, Zoom is extremely innovative, so we're constantly innovating, we're constantly broadening out the platform. So that's what we feel sets us apart within there. Some key examples of that, what I would say, is we, looking at financial services, introducing video banking and the services around that, the ability to offer that at scale at a global nature. I mean, that's really, really difficult to do, but we've done that. We've looked at introducing video where that makes sense within certain use cases, particularly those around service help desk, or where there's something that needs to be shown so that people can help you with that problem, or whether that's an inclusion perspective where people might need to see subtitles because they've got hearing difficulties, or anything like that. So introducing those are really key innovations which we're seeing within our clients be useful. And lastly, translation. So being able to speak in one language and it coming out at the other end in a different language, whether that's a subtitle or a spoken word. Those are some things that clients are finding extremely innovative when they're deploying Zoom, and actually making them a much more open business to work with. So some key wins there, and really, again, the technologies are super interesting, and there's so many use cases I could talk about, but those are the key ones I could think of for the time being.
And what are some of the key trends you have observed as customer experience and customer service digitize and transform?
Yeah, so I think the digitize is a great word, right? So we are seeing that digital journey. It's the preference, right? So the trends that we see is that people go and try and do a digital journey first. So the trend from an investment perspective is to invest very heavily in your digital tools that you're offering out to customers. And within your organization. So that's the first thing that we would see. And clearly, from a trend perspective, AI is going to have an importance within there, because in the digital journey, we want people to be able to self-serve as much as they possibly can before they need to then go out to a human person. So the other trend that we're seeing is that, of course, there is a human element, but it's also how AI is helping that human element continue to deliver good service quickly. So using agent assist functionality, where whilst the conversational AI chatbot has done the majority of the work, at some point it can't continue because it has a lack of knowledge, or it gets a bit too complex, but it passes it over to a human agent. It's still staying in the conversation, listening to the conversation, serving up articles, suggesting things that the agent might want to say from a script perspective. Or what we've got is also predictive CSAT, so the agent can see how well the entire interaction is from a predictability perspective, how well it's going to score from a CSAT perspective. So if they can see that actually the CSAT of this score of this call is going to be is dropping a little bit, then they might want to start to talk about other elements. So those are the trends. I mean, I think AI is going to become really, really important, but it's how it's applied and making sure that not only it serves the customer, but also serves the business as well. That's really, really important.
Sounds definitely something that a lot of our CX leaders are looking for in today's date. And to summarize everything, Ben, what would you say is the top technology enabler that is driving the transformation we are seeing in the customer engagement and management?
So the top technology enabler, without a shadow of a doubt, is AI, right? It is this natural language learning models. It is the ability to automate, and that's a number of reasons. Number one is because customers are doing more digitally, so we have to address that. You cannot staff that up from a human person. So AI is clearly going to play a big part in delivering good customer service at a lower price than it would be from a human agent. Personalization is going to be really, really key. So again, as the AI learns more and more about the process that it's dealing with, it can also then pull in different bits of tech, different bits of information about the customer or the type of customer that it thinks you are, to be able to better serve you and maybe offer you certain different routes to go down in your customer journey. So AI is going to be really, really important. I'm really excited to see where the technology goes, right? Because before ChatGPT and OpenAI came about 6 months ago, we weren't talking about this. We were talking, and now all of a sudden, it's the hot topic. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. And I'm particularly excited to see how Zoom's innovation cycle brings us in, because AI is absolutely at the core of what we're doing, and we have an AI-infused contact center platform.
Certainly. We're excited as well to see how it all develops. Thank you so much, Ben. It's a pleasure to speak with you. And we look forward to seeing you and the Zoom team at the CX Live show shortly to understand a bit more about what your offering is and how you can assist enterprise buyers further to strengthen their CX programming. So thanks so much for joining, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Yusha. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you soon as well.
It's been a pleasure. Take care. Bye for now.